We are in Yevamot, 8th chapter, 6th Mishnah. Saris Chama Kohen, a person who's impotent, he was born impotent, and he's a Kohen. Kohen shu saris memi'imo, he's got a blemish in the reproductive organs, and he was born this way, like we explained before. Shenasa bat Israel, he married a Jewish lady. And Afal pi she'eino molid, even though he is not capable of giving birth, ma'achila betruma, he is considered a Kohen for the designation of her eating truma. He cannot walk in the Beit HaMikdash as a Kohen. Yeah?
She can eat truma, אפילו שהוא פסול.
That's right. הוא פסול and she eats truma.
אבל למדנו before that she can't, no?
In which case?
We learned in the previous Mishnah.
In which case?
That is saris chama.
Oh, there's a saris
שיש לו chance להתרפא, כאילו.
Oh.
A chance to...
So if it says, if it was bidei Adam, since he doesn't have a chance, we don't take it. If it's bidei...
That's why.
That's right. מפני שהוא כשר לבוא בקהל. Because he is permitted to come and get married within the Jewish nation. If he would be not permitted, I don't think everybody says it's permitted.
Right.
Yeah, but according to those he's not allowed to, then she's not allowed to eat truma. Rabbi Yossi ורבי שמעון אומרים, Rabbi Yossi ורבי שמעון, this is what they say. They have the same opinion. Androgynous Kohen shenasa bat Israel. What about an androgynous Kohen that married a Jew, a Jewess? He's going to explain. Androgynous, what's an androgynous? היינו מי שיש לו סימני זכר וסימני נקבה. He has both parts of males and females. He's a male and he's a female. וסוברים רבי יוסי ורבי שמעון שהוא כזכר. And Rabbi Yossi ורבי שמעון says, we're going to consider him a male. That's our consideration. Since he's a male, he has a male part, he's male. That's what you say. ולכן אם הוא כהן ונשא בת ישראל, and therefore he's a Kohen and he married a Jewish lady, מאכילה בתרומה, he makes her eat truma. בגמרא מובא, in the Gemara it brought down, שרבי יוסי חוזר בו. That Rabbi Yossi changed his mind later on after he said this Mishnah. He changed his mind. How? שכן בברייתא אומר רבי יוסי, because we find the Braita that Rabbi Yossi says, and in other words, according to this opinion of Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon, you ask, how many genders are there?
You say two.
He's going to say two. You're either a male or a female. And if you're both, he says, then you're a male. According to this according to this opinion. According now to this opinion that we're going to read now, you ask how many genders are there, you're going to say three. There are three genders. Let's see. B'Gemura, androgynous, this is what Rabbi Yossi says, androgynous bria bifnei atzmahu. Androgynous is neither male nor female. It's a new creature, a new type. We don't know, it's a new type. And in the beginning he thought you can either be a male or a female. One or the other. So decide which one. Now he says, no. There's a third type, androgynous. ולא הכריעו בו חכמים. And it says it's a third type. And in that third type, the sages did not come to a conclusion of what it is. עם זכר, עם נקבה. So we've got for sure male, for sure female, and then a third type. Maybe. Maybe here, maybe there, we don't know. That's a third type. But he's not a male and he's not a female. לפיכך אם הוא כהן, הוא אוכל בתרומה. Therefore, if he's a Kohen, he's allowed to eat in truma. אבל אינו מאכיל את אשתו בתרומה. But he cannot feed his wife truma. Because he's a third type, he's not a Kohen. וכן הלכה.
So why he eating?
Because even if he's a female, he can eat. He's the son of...
But he can't be Kohen female.
Yeah, but he is belong to his father as a female. So he can eat it. Like my daughter can eat.
But he married already.
Not married to a woman. He's not married to a man. He's married to a woman. It's different. Yeah. If your daughter marries a male, it's problematic. He's not marrying a male, so he's never getting married out of the family. He's bringing people into the family. He's not marrying out of the family. If you want to say anything, he's taking the woman and bringing her in. And we say it's not good enough to bring her in. Yeah, but he doesn't take him out of being... Okay. וכן הלכה, and this is הלכה. רבי יהודה אומר, טומטום. What about a טומטום? What's a טומטום? שאין נבקרים בו לא סימני זכר ולא סימני נקבה. You cannot see whether he's a male or he's a female. It's flat. There's no signs. He doesn't have a penis, he doesn't have a vagina. He doesn't have any. שנקרא. But later on in his life, one of them was revealed. The tumtum, the hidden part was revealed. Now you can say, after he became 25, now you can see that he's a male or a female. האור המכסה את דברי המין שלו, the flesh that was covering his genitalia, ונמצא זכר. And we figure out, after 25 years, this guy is a male. שיש לו עבר המין של זכר. That he has a male part. So now, you can say he's 100% male now. Because now it was revealed. Until he was 25, he wasn't revealed. Now he's 25, he's revealed. Now he's 25, his brother dies. If his brother dies before you knew what he was, then for sure he doesn't do chalitza. But now he's a male, so maybe he should do chalitza now. אף על פי כן לא יחלוץ, even though he's not allowed to do chalitza. אם נפלה לפניו אשת אחיו לייבום, לא יחלוץ לה. He's not allowed to do chalitza if his brother passed away and his wife needs somebody to marry her. Why? מפני שהוא כסריס. Because we still consider him, since he was born a saris, we consider him a saris, שאינו מייבם ואינו חולץ. That since a saris doesn't make a yibum and not chalitza, he doesn't do it. Now, why do we consider him kesaris? I think because usually in the time, most of the time they were saris. A tumtum, if until the age of 25 you couldn't. So maybe 1 in a million is not, but as a general rule they were sarisim. They couldn't give children. ואין הלכה כרבי יהודה. And the halacha is not like Rabbi Yehuda. About tumtum. Androgynous נושא אבל לא נישא. What about an androgynous? Since we started discussing it. An androgynous, it's a male, is both a male and a female. Right? So he's allowed to get married to a woman, but no male is allowed to marry him. Very interesting. He's allowed to get married to a woman, but
he can't say I'm a woman.
He cannot say I'm a woman, that's right.
Say, no, I identify myself more as a woman, and I have the part, I want to be a woman.
He can, but he cannot marry. He can say whatever he wants.
He can do whatever,
yeah.
But he can't marry, then he's a person.
Yeah, he can get married to a female. He cannot get married to a male. Androgynous נושא אבל לא נישא. נושא אישה, he gets married to a female, ואינו נישא לאיש, but he's not allowed to get married to a male. Why? מפני שהוא כזכר. He has got a male part. רבי אליעזר אומר, רבי אליעזר says, אנדריגנס חייבים עליו סקילה כזכר. It says, what happens if somebody married an androgynous? Yeah? So if somebody has a relationship with a male that has a relationship with a male, it's homosexuality. Homosexuality is death penalty. You get a death penalty for homosexuality. So androgynous, and Rabbi Eliezer says, is exactly the same thing as sleeping with a male. Yeah, as a male. Habal androgynous, Rabbi Eliezer says, somebody who has a relationship with androgynous, chayav skila kedin abal zachar. He's obligated death penalties just like he came on a male. ובגמרא מבואר, the Gemara discusses a little bit further, דווקא כשבא עליו דרך זכרותו, it's only if he has homosexual relationship with him. Then he's going to have a סגולה. אבל הבא עליו דרך נקבותו, but if he came to him through his female parts, פטור ממיתת בית דין, he shouldn't do it, but you cannot give him the death penalty. He doesn't get the death penalty, וכן הלכה. And this is the halacha until today.